If there's one thing that's defined the American West, it's the struggle for water. And the most important source of water, the lifeblood of the West, is the Colorado River. It's what made booming cities like Los Angeles and Las Vegas possible. The Colorado begins as snowmelt in the mountains of Utah, Wyoming, and Colorado and flows southwest to Mexico. In total, it serves 40 million people. Western states have been fighting over this vital resource throughout their history, a trend that will only worsen as the Colorado continues to dry up due to global warming. Today, we'll take a step back to the 1930s and go through the story of the dam that provides water for the entirety of Southern California and the army Arizona raised to stop it. In 1902, the Reclamation Act opened up federal funds to be used to create dams for water distribution and electricity production. After 1920, many western cities were experiencing huge population increases that put pressure on their water supplies. This pressure led the Colorado River Basin states to meet in Santa Fe in 1922 to create an agreement to peacefully distribute the river's water. Arizona was the only state that refused to sign the compact because they were unhappy with the water they were promised and felt that California was taking more than its fair share. This meant that Arizona was left out of plans for interstate dams funded by the Bureau of Reclamation. So when California partnered with the federal government to build a dam to bring water to Southern California, Arizona felt their state was being invaded for its natural resources. The Arizona Attorney General went to the courts to stop construction, but California wouldn't wait for the lengthy legal process, and Arizona Governor Moore wasn't taking any chances. He was determined to protect his state's rights by any means necessary. So he ordered a squad of National Guard troops to the border to make sure the Californians didn't go any farther. 2 days later, a military truck entered the quiet town of Parker to find out how to get truckloads of troops 15 miles upriver to the dam site. Major Ivan Pomeroy stepped out and questioned the curious locals. When the major finally realized a ground route was unfeasible, he decided they would need to go by sea. So they took 2 steamboats and inaugurated them as the mighty Arizona Navy. Townspeople watched in awe as the Julia B cruised up the coast carrying the full squad of soldiers and Major Pomeroy puffing on a pipe. The ship almost crashed into the sandbanks multiple times, but, quote, skillful navigating by Admiral Nellie Bush saved the expedition from disaster. The Californians were working in the river when they saw the armada approaching. They remembered a proper procedure was to salute a vessel with an admiral on board, but instead of a customary 21-gun salute, they fired their only shotgun into the air and frantically discussed how to welcome the admiral. The soldiers shouted greetings at the workers, who responded by waving their hats in the air. The admiral laid a picnic blanket under a willow tree to relax before her return voyage, as the squad settled in to make sure the workers didn't cross the river again. While the soldiers were enjoying their time on the coast, Governor Moore was preparing for full deployment. Arizona Congresswoman Isabella Greenway was telegrammed with an insane request. The governor wanted her to ask for the Super Dreadnought class battleship, the USS Arizona, to relieve the state's landlubber army. If the battleship was unavailable, she was to ask for the Arizona Navy to be fully armed and manned by experienced sailors. The months went on, the federal government didn't fulfill Arizona's requests, and Arizona continued trying to get a court ruling against California. This peace finally ended in November when workers began constructing a bridge across the river. This sent Governor Moore into a fury. He declared martial law at the dam site and ordered an entire army to the front. 15 trucks carrying more than 100 soldiers, including 40 riflemen, 20 machine gunners, and a detachment of the hospital corps, began rushing across the desert. California insisted construction would continue as planned as their workers rushed to haul their pile driver back across their almost completed bridge. The next day, as the military caravan was arriving at Parker, their order came from the Bureau of Reclamation to suspend construction until the courts settled the dispute. To the surprise of many onlookers, in April of the next year, the Supreme Court unanimously voted in favor of Arizona, saying no dam could be built without its consent. Arizona's insane bluff of threatening war on another state had actually worked. Construction on Parker Dam would continue in October after a deal with Arizona was reached. Today, the dam creates the reservoir that provides water for both Southern California and Central Arizona, which now serves 80% of Arizonans. As part of the deal, Arizona also received a new dam on the Gila River. I didn't expect to say this when I started researching, but the last time in American history that a state raised arms against another state was a complete success. Oh, one little side note before you go. In the deal Arizona made that split the reservoir created by Parker Dam, they agreed that California's water needs would have to be met before any water went to Arizona. When they agreed to this, the river had a lot of water, so this caveat didn't seem that important. This means that Arizona will be the first state to lose significant amounts of water as the Colorado continues to dry up.